All right, now lightning may occasionally fuse sand, but when it does, the fusing occurs in a distinctive root-like pattern. Only a nuclear explosion could produce an entire layer, a whole stratum, of fused green glass. In the Gobi Desert in Mongolia, the desert surface of the Gobi near Lob Nor Lake is covered with vitreous sand from Red China's atomic tests. But the desert has certain areas of similar glassy sand which have been present for thousands of years. There are ruins, almost formless, which bear the marks of blistering by enormous heat. It is indeed difficult to believe that once men lived, loved, ruled, and died here. In Israel in 1952, archaeologists unearthed at the 16-foot level a layer of fused green glass 1/4 inch thick and covering an area of several hundred square feet. It was made of fused quartz and similar in appearance to sand at the atomic test sites of Nevada and the Gobi. South-central Turkey. At Katal Hayuk, archaeologists came upon thick layers of burned brick at the 6A level. The blocks had been fused together by heat so intense that it had penetrated more than 3 feet below floor level, where it had carbonized the earth, skeletons and burial gifts that had been interred with them. The enormous heat had halted all bacterial decay. North Syria. So completely were the royal buildings burned at let me spell it for you. At Allalakh. If I spoke Arabic, I could probably do better. Allalakh. That wall plaster was vitrified, and in some areas, basalt wall slabs had actually melted. You get that? Now notice that there's numerous of these locations. Pakistan, Iraq, China, the Gobi Desert, Babylonia, Israel, South-central Turkey, North Syria. Let's take a look at the Southern Sahara Desert. Here's another green glass nuclear site. Albion W. Hart, an engineering graduate from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, while traversing a desert in the interior of Africa, was puzzled by a large expanse of greenish glass which covered the sands as far as he could see. Not until 50 years later, when he passed the White Sands area after the first atomic test there, did he recognize the same type of silica fusion. Egypt. Fused green glass has been found also in sites of the Old and Middle Kingdoms of Egypt. In the Lofoten Islands off Norway, Scotland, Ireland, and in the Canary Islands. Prehistoric forts and towers in Europe have had their walls vitrified and stones fused by an unknown energy source, usually along their western wall, but sometimes on the inner sides of the eastern wall as well. So intense was the heat. Many sites show melting to a depth of 1 foot, turned to glass. The Isle of Man. The stones of the innermost cell of a long, narrow barrow, B-A-R-R-O-W, barrow, or barrow, near Moghold, were in like manner fused together. In the Western Pacific, similar vitrifications have been observed in the Western Pacific. In Peru, at Cuzco, an area of 18,000 square yards of mountain rock has been fused and crystallized. Likewise, a number of the dressed granite blocks of the nearby Sacahuaman Sacsayhuaman fortress have been vitrified through intense radiated heat. In Brazil, the ruins of Sete, here it is, 7 cities. I don't know why they spelled it in some other language here, but they did. The ruins of 7 cities in the province of Piauí, P-I-A-U-I, are a monstrous chaos, having been melted through extremely high energies. Squashed between the stone layers protrude pieces of rusting metal that have streaks like red tears down the crystallized wall surface. Here in the United States, in the western United States, ruins exist in Southern California, Colorado, Arizona, and Nevada, in which the radiated heat was so intense as to liquefy the rock surface. Between the Gila and the San Juan rivers, a huge region is covered with remains, ruins of cities, burnt out and vitrified in part, full of fused stones and craters caused by fires, which were hot enough to liquefy the rock and metal. There are paving stones and houses torn with monstrous cracks in the center of a ruined city in Death Valley, California, with lines of streets a mile long and positions of buildings still visible, stands an enormous structure on a tall rock. The southern side of the rock and building has been melted and vitrified, and in the Mojave Desert exist several circular patches of fused glass. Hey, boys and girls, we're not talking about one or two places in the world where we find this nuclear evidence. It's all over the place. It's on Easter Island. It's in the United States, the Isle of Man, the Western Pacific, Brazil, Peru, Egypt, Scotland, the Lofton Islands off Norway, Ireland, the Canary Islands, South Central Turkey, Israel, the Gobi Desert, China, Syria, the Sahara, Babylonia, Iraq, Pakistan. Come on. Africa. We're talking about a worldwide civilization with multiple groups of people, probably nations, or at least ethnic groups, who have nuclear weapons, which culminated in a nuclear war. You know, scientists, they tell us today, in the event that we go into a full-fledged nuclear war, the survivors will be reduced to barbarians. Hell, it looks like it's already happened. At least once. And the clue comes from Genesis 11. God told us, he said, nothing's going to be withheld from these people. These people have technology. I forgot who it was now. I think it was old Albert Einstein. I said, I don't know what weapons will be used in the future, but I know that if nuclear weapons are used in the next World War, he said, I guess somebody asked him, what kind of weapons you think are going to be used in World War III? He said, well, I don't know what they're going to use in World War III, but from what it looks like here, the weapons that will be used in World War IV are going to be sticks and stones. And that's what happened. Civilizations, great technological civilizations, like the United States of America, once it's destroyed, the barbarians will come in here, they will burn the libraries. And the knowledge of computers and nuclear weapons and technology as we know it today will be destroyed. If the Stone Age people of Borneo or New Guinea were to gain power in the United States of America, there's little doubt in my mind about the first thing they do. If they got into the Smithsonian Institute, or if they got into the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or any places of learning, they would burn it and destroy it. That's the history of what happened in the Roman times and in ancient times. They are the great destroyers. They are not the great civilizations. Hey, I'm out of time again, kids. We're going to have to leave it right there. We'll conclude this next time on the Law Hour and Editorial Review. But let me remind you that you're listening, or have been listening, to the Law Hour and Editorial Review, and we're sponsored by the Gordon Law School of Isabella, Missouri. Now, the Law Hour is heard 7 days a week here in the United States. We're heard worldwide over the Internet daily. And if you'd like more information about the Law School and the Law Hour, then please go to our website at georgegordon.org. Remember, the Law School offers a free 4-hour introductory CD package. Be sure to order yours by calling the Law School at 417-273-4967. The Law Hour is an educational service brought to you in the public interest. Hey, we're out of time. We've got to leave it right there. So we'll see you back here tomorrow night. Same time, same station. God willing, of course. So until then, thanks for listening, everybody. And good night, friends.